Have you ever seen an old photo of yourself from middle school or high school and thought, wow, I used to look like that? Or even worse, a video where the entirety of your natural awkwardness is on full display? Well, it turns out you're not alone. A study shows that feeling of embarrassment towards one's past is nearly universal. For some people, the story ends there. You have embarrassing memories from your youth that you cringe at from time to time, but for others, this is not the case. The release of YouTube in 2005 was arguably one of the most important cultural events of the 21st century. The site drew in thousands with its ease of access and ability to share videos with anyone around the world. Almost overnight, the site exploded in popularity. In fact, just a month after YouTube's launch, the site raked in 25 million views a day. With such a huge viewer base, it seemed like everyone wanted to try their hand at becoming the next viral sensation. This applied not only to adults, but especially so to kids and teenagers. In the years after YouTube's release, many of these kids would try making videos of their own, oftentimes in the form of vlogs or skits. Of course, most of these videos are nearly unwatchable. As it turns out, 12-year-olds don't usually have the best production value. However, it should come as no surprise that once these kids grow up, they usually aren't as impressed with their videos anymore. In fact, most end up finding their old videos extremely embarrassing. That's where one feature YouTube offers can come in handy. YouTube's private feature offered an easy solution to this issue. But what about people who don't have this luxury? What if you privated your video just to find that someone else had re-uploaded it? This was often the case for the vloggers who were successful in achieving virality. You see, a select few of these kid vloggers did become famous for one reason or another, although this reason was rarely positive. These figures usually gained a following of fans who watched their videos to laugh at them rather than with them. In a sick twist of fate, their success in becoming viral came back to haunt them. But some recognized the large following they had gained and tried to keep them around, with the goal of winning them over.
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Sammy Classic Sonic Fan first started uploading videos in late 2013, in which he gave his thoughts on all sorts of topics. Most of the time, he would talk,
Light Sonic, Light Sonic, Light Sonic, Light Sonic, Light Sonic, Light Sonic!
or more accurately scream, about Sonic the Hedgehog. His videos exploded in popularity, but not for the reason he hoped. Only 15 at the time, he would often get bullied for his voice, physical appearance, and loud personality.
And you guys say, oh, but you're too short. I'm over 5 feet tall! Come on!
In September of 2016, Sammy announced that he was deleting his channel and moving on from YouTube. He proceeded to remove all his videos, but at this point, they were all already re-uploaded by the Sammy Classic Sonic Fan archive channel. Just 2 years later, in 2018, Sammy decided to make a return to YouTube with a new channel, making more commentary, gaming, and reaction videos. His first few videos ended up generating a mild amount of interest, but it was nothing close to the virality of his previous ones. Sammy ended up taking a break from making content until March of this year, when he announced that after a mental refresher, he would come back to make more videos. He ended up uploading a video on April 19th, the 10-year anniversary of his original YouTube account. Notably, the video features Sammy reacting to his old rants. It was nice to see. The same videos Sammy took down out of embarrassment were now being embraced in a positive way.
Okay, I gotta say, that intro, as cringy as it is, it really encapsulates that period of my life. I appreciate the heart that went into it. That's just me, though.
In a post he made before releasing the new video, Sammy expressed his desire to branch out and make some new content for the sake of his fans, even if the algorithm isn't on his side. While Sammy still makes videos purely for his and his fans' enjoyment, regardless of what will perform well, some other YouTubers have attempted to use the YouTube algorithm to help attract new fans.
I I tell people to call me Dax Flame, because it's kind of cool.
Dax Flame is a YouTuber who first started uploading vlogs in 2007. He quickly gained a huge following for his awkward but lovable personality.
Let's just say her IQ is about as high as, as the ground.
His channel grew so quickly that by August of 2007, he was the 26th most subscribed channel on YouTube. For reference, this was above the channels for the NBA, the BBC, and even YouTube's own channel. Dax was so popular back in the day that he even managed to snag roles in a few movies, most notably 21 Jump Street. There's no arguing about it, Dax Flame was huge, but when you go back to watch his old videos, it's clear that the biggest factor contributing to his success is how awkward he is. Many people even insisted that Dax Flame was a persona, because no one could possibly be so awkward.
Okay, but with Sophia, I'm gonna ask her out on Monday. Well, I might ask Jacob's permission first if he thinks it's okay if I ask her out, because he's dating her still.
But Dax didn't let this get to him. He continued to make videos throughout the years. Even to this day, he uploads weekly, and his videos still get respectable view counts. But Dax has expressed a desire to see his channel grow, with a goal of reaching 1 million subscribers. To achieve this goal, Dax has tried a variety of different video concepts, including podcasts, game shows, and documentaries to name a few. While not all of his ideas are successful, Dax's resilience and commitment to the dream of content creation is truly commendable.
Maybe life doesn't work out for some people. Maybe it's time to leave the internet. No, I won't give up. Things will work out very soon.
Unlike Sammy, Dax notably never privated his videos, likely because he sought to use them to grow his channel. Even if Dax and Sammy have had varying levels of success, both of them have expressed a clear desire to keep making content. But what about those who become famous and then decide they want nothing to do with it?
I just want to say thanks to Lay Shizzle for subscribing to my videos and giving me a good comment. Thanks, Lay Shizzle.
Pierce Ruane, known online as Pruane2 Forever or Pruane, was a YouTube vlogger active in the late 2000s and early 2010s. He had a huge presence on YouTube during his day, peaking at around 80,000 subscribers, a pretty sizable following for the time.
Guess what I have to do today? Go to damn school. Look at it. It's probably gonna be a beautiful day, and I have to spend 90% of it inside.
Pruane also had a decent mainstream presence, being featured multiple times on Attack of the Show, a TV show that featured clips from around the internet. He also met the rapper 50 Cent in one of the most bizarre crossovers of all time. Pruane's content was very similar to Dax's, consisting of skits, movie reviews, and vlogs.
Hello, YouTube. I just got these kick-ass gunner glasses, and guess who I come across wearing them? It's Soldier Boy, one of the people I despise the most. My God.
One key difference between Pruane and Dax, though, is their fan bases. From the outside looking in, Pruane seems to have gotten a lot more explicit hate than someone like Dax Flame, evident in his series Inbox Messages with Pruane. Frankly, the videos are difficult to watch, as he reads hate message after hate message aloud to the camera, and his haters don't hold back.
This is a good way to start it. You're an ugly Why, thank you. Dude, you're literally the ugliest kid ever, ha ha ha. You are the ugliest man I've ever seen.
Seeing how much hate Pruane got, it is entirely understandable why he would eventually delete his channel in 2016. Like Sammy, many of his videos were archived on a dedicated channel. Unlike Sammy though, there was no Pruane comeback. Instead, he largely faded into obscurity, with little mention of his former fame on the internet. Because of this lack of information, I decided to reach out to him directly. When asked his opinion on others re-uploading his content without permission, Pruane responded with, "I don't mind really. Nostalgia is important. If those videos bring someone joy, then I'm all for it." This was surprising to hear, but it's genuinely a good view to take on the situation. After all, if you can't control what others do with your old videos, might as well look at the positive side of them still being uploaded. Considering that this was a very viewer-centric position to take, the next question was, did you make videos to satisfy an audience or purely out of passion? In the beginning, it was purely for fun. After that, it was to satisfy a fan base. This adds a whole new layer to the deletion of his channel, since if he lost passion for making videos, there was little reason to keep creating them, especially when factoring in the bullying. The last question was, what advice would you give to your younger self? For YouTube, I should have tried to create my own merchandise as another source of revenue. For life, I'd advise myself to get training for a livable wage-paying job much earlier. In general, Pierce does not seem bothered by his current obscurity. This is clarified in a post from his Instagram detailing why he deleted his YouTube. I've never liked fame or the minimal amount I had. I prefer to fly under the radar, and that's a huge reason why I left YouTube to begin with. My YouTube career is in the past and it needs to be left there. I'm not 13 anymore. I'm 25 and living in the constant shadow of my youth has grown tiresome. This quote showcases how crushing the collective internet can be. At the end of the day, Pierce, Dax, and Sammy are all just kids who wanted to share their opinions online. The fact that something so simple and innocent could be so ruthlessly weaponized by bullies is truly heartbreaking. Kids will be kids, and part of being a kid is blissful ignorance. It's unfortunate that the internet has become a place of such negativity towards kids who are just trying to be themselves. But at the very least, things seem to be improving. People have begun to lighten up on these early YouTube fakers. Ahead of their time is a phrase that often gets thrown around. It's nice to see the internet finally treat these misunderstood figures with kindness rather than scorn. The experiences of these young YouTube stars can really put things into perspective. They showcase that while internet fame can have its extreme highs, one should never ignore the even lower lows that often follow. So the next time you think back on your old YouTube videos and cringe at what you thought was good content, maybe be grateful that despite what you wanted at age 13, your videos didn't go viral.